I'm going to read one verse, and I'm going to tell you the story about a powerful lady named Ruth. Chapter 2, verse 23. Are we there? So she stayed close by the maids of Boaz in order to glean unto the end of the barley harvest and the wheat harvest, and she lived with her mother-in-law. I just want to talk from the subject, accepting what God allows. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, sometimes it hurts, but God allowed it. So just accept it. Anybody ever had that story today? Anybody had a story that you didn't want to have, but God allowed it? And at the end of the story, it was better than the start of the story. So I just want to encourage about 20 of you all, and I speak to myself. I make 21 today. Sometimes you got to accept the tough stories. Sometimes you got to accept the harsh stories. And when it's all over, you realize, nigga Brian, that it was a blessing in it the whole time. The problem with us, Sister Virgin, many times we cannot see what God is doing in our lives, Brother Aaron. We cannot see it, Sister Dawn. We don't understand what God is doing, but you got to get to the point where you learn to accept it, because if you're a child of God, there's nothing that cannot happen to you that God does not allow. Ruth had a powerful story. She was married to perhaps a good man, had a great father-in-law, but the story tells about her father-in-law, Elimelech, died. She was left the mother-in-law, but then shortly after that, her husband and her brother-in-law died shortly. And many of you here have had to bury a family member after family member. But it's hard to bury family member after family member in the same year. Right behind each other. The text implied that the death was close together. It's one thing as Naomi, her mother-in-law, she lost her husband, but she lost two boys at the same time. And she followed her mother-in-law, even though her other sister-in-law, Oprah, said, I'm going to go back to my God and go back to my people. But Ruth said, I want your God to be my God. Your people, my people. In order to be blessed, you first got to make sure you are connected to the right folks. Many of us are missing our blessing because we're not connected to the right folks, around the right folks. If your circle, if you're the smallest one in your circle, something wrong with your circle. If you know everything, you got all the sense, you need to get another circle. You need somebody that can show you some stuff, somebody that can take you places that you can't go by yourself. Sometimes we miss blessings because we are not connected to the right folks. But Ruth said, it's something about your God that I want your God. And as believers, that should be something about you that people on your job, in your family, in your community say, it's something about you that I want. You don't even make as much money as I do, and I'm your boss, but you still got to praise. Every night you have to tell me, I don't praise God based on the money that I make. I praise God on the God that I serve. And when you got a God like I got, he gives you joy when you don't have a dime to your name, a penny in the bank, because if he woke you up this morning, that's enough of believers like me to give God a praise. Do I have any of y'all in the building today that know I got joy because of the God that I serve? I want to put a plug in right now, give a shout out to that new power couple, Mr. and Mrs. Eric Newton, that got married a few weeks back. I want to give y'all a shout out. Amen. Give them a hand praise. Amen. She found her Boaz. You got to understand, Ruth said, I want to be with them. And by being connected to Naomi, her mother-in-law, God put her in a place to be blessed. It seemed bad at first. Because what happened here, the text says, she was a Moabite. First of all, she was an outcast. And when you're not from Savannah, when you're not from the town, or when you're not from the area, you're already an outcast. But she wasn't blessed because of her heritage or her nationality or her lineage. She was blessed because of the God that she served. But you got to understand, when you put your place in a place to be blessed, sometimes you're blessed just because you're at the right place at the right time. You picked the wrong Sunday to stay at home. You picked the wrong day not to go to work. You picked the wrong day not to go to the family meeting. Sometimes you just don't be there. You miss your place. But Ruth was there. And while she was there, she was with her mother-in-law, and the text says, it told her to stay. And while she was away, one day gleaning in the fields, fields was connected, property was connected, but at some property line, there was no line, no stake. It just crossed over to somebody else's property. And while they was gleaning in the fields, Naomi crossed over into property that belonged to Boaz. And Boaz was a king. Boaz had power. Boaz was in a position. And while she was gleaning, to glean means to get what's left over. Whatever's been dropped behind, whatever they missed the bag and throw on the ground. See, some people don't know how to be thankful if they can't get the whole ear coat. Sometimes you got to get the droppers of corn to be satisfied. And Naomi was back home where Ruth was gleaning in the field. And I hear some of y'all single ladies always talking about God gonna send me my Boaz. But the problem was she went there working and Boaz saw her. That's the message in the message. She was there working. Now, I know I lost her right there. She was working. Where she working, Brother Aaron? Brother Aaron said she's a hard worker, amen. She was there working. And when she went back to Naomi said, where did you get all this from? I was in Boaz's field. And she gave us some advice in the Bible. She said, you stay close to those maidens of Boaz. You may not have it, but stay close to somebody that got it. I may not be an honor student, but I hang around honor students. All my friends in high school was in the Beta Club. They went to the meeting, I waited, they got out. Be around somebody. And they said, hang close to them. And as she gleaned in the field, and Boaz took note of her. She got what was left over. Many of us, if our name is not called, if we're not at the top, if we can't get a pat on our back, we don't want to do it. But you got to learn when God gives you trial after trial, trouble after trouble, situation. Sometimes I say, God, this is not what I want, but I'm sure going to pick it up and give you some praise because this is not the end of my story. That was chapter 1 when she lost her husband, her brother-in-law, and her father-in-law. But here in chapter 2, First Lady Clark, she began to get what was left over. And many of us don't want the leftovers. And some of y'all so bad and bougie, you don't even eat leftovers now. But you forgot when you was brought up, you can get up from the kitchen table to everything was ate off your plate. Some people don't eat leftovers. Don't you know there's people starving, not in Africa, but in Savannah? There's people eating out the trash can, hoping you left some chicken on your bone from Popeyes and you don't want to eat leftovers. Ruth said, I don't get what's left. When you can praise God for the leftovers, when you can thank God for the crumbs on the table, don't you know that's how blessings will come your way? You can't expect to get a Boaz and you're not satisfied with the leftovers. While she was there gleaning in the field, Boaz said, who is that? Who is that lady? Evidently she was working hard. She was determined. Because some people that get stuff that's handed to them, they don't work as hard as others. And if I got any young black boys in here, young black girls, let me put a plug in your future growth. You're going to have to work twice as hard. You're going to have to be twice as small. You're going to have to be twice as fast, twice as strong to get the recognition. But you give it your best. Somebody, Boaz, going to one day see you. You may not you may not be on the starting lineup right now, but you keep on working hard, and one day Boaz is going to say, who is that? It's right back to Naomi. Told Naomi, who gave it to her sister cooking, and Naomi said, listen, we got a kinsman by the name of Boaz. I got a cousin named Boaz, so you stay close to him. While she was there gleaning in the field, he told his men, say, leave a little extra. She's coming behind you. Don't put it off. Sometimes drop some stuff on purpose. You didn't just walk in the parking lot and that $20 bill was on the ground. So sometimes God will send blessings your way on purpose and you think it just happened by saying, sometimes God will let them forget to come check the light bill. The meter's supposed to be checked on the 12th. You don't think about that, come right on time. You don't get paid till the 15th. Sometimes they'll skip your house and then you get enough time to pay the bill and they show the nigga. Sometimes stuff just don't happen by happenstance. God sometimes will delay it so your blessings show up right on time. You don't have anybody here. And then remember while she was gleaning in the field, and the more she stayed connected to the maids of Boaz, Boaz left more for her than those that was working, because the one that was working wasn't working for themselves, but everything she got, she kept for herself. I stopped by to tell you, it may not be what you want right now, but accept a little bit and no more is on the way. Three things I want to give. First of all, if you're going to accept God, what God allows you, verse 4 of this particular chapter, you will be blessed when you accept what God allowed. Verse 4 says, now behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reaper, my Lord be with you. They said to him, my God, my Lord bless you. When you accept what God allows, you will get blessed. You will find yourself blessed. You will be blessed. All of us want to be blessed, but blessing sometimes is just in the midst of what you in. Because what you in could have killed you. What you in could have took you out of here. In other words, it could be worse. And so instead of complaining about where you're at, begin to give God praise that where I'm at, make it be better. Do I have anybody here that said I've been in rough places, had bad reports, but I got to a place where I can say thank you, God, because I look in the next room, down the hall, on the same floor, somebody going through something worse than what I'm going through. Instead of complaining, I realize that I am blessed. Do I have about 10 blessed folks in the building? Yes, you got laid off. Yes, you walked away. Yes, the child in trouble. But guess what? You still blessed. I know the body aching and pain. You can't move like you used to move, but thank God you can still move a little bit. You still blessed. Boaz came out and spoke a blessing over her because she was willing to accept the little bit she got. Think of man, have you ever helped somebody out? And they be like, that's it? I'm like, I didn't have to do that. She didn't even ask. She didn't even say, can you just leave? She just went along and said, whatever you leave, I'm going to be thankful for it. This text is not just about the king seeing Ruth. This text, Brother Red Eye, is about how Ruth was faithful over the little bit that she had. And I want to know, do I have anybody, Savannah, that want to be blessed, but have learned to be faithful over the little bit that you have? So Taisha can be the person she is, and she wasn't thankful for being a good teacher. Some of you couldn't be where you are right now if you could accept being the low man. If you be the low man and praise God every day. I know I may sweep the floor in a post office, but one day you may be postmaster because you were faithful over a few things, and God will make you rule over many. God will bless you when you accept when you're alive. And everything he allowed is not always conducive to your condition. In other words, something God wants you to go through is not the stuff you want to go through. It may make you cry. It may make you want to almost faith and hope in God. But guess what? God allowed it. You can't change it. I want to bring them back, but they ain't coming back. I want my job back, but they not changing mine. I want more money, but they're not giving me more. I got to accept what God allowed. I used to challenge my boys. They're not here, so I say this today. I used to challenge them, used to race them and all this stuff. Up to about a year ago, I started realizing the distance in me beating them was getting shorter. And so I left with a win because I realized they was getting faster and I was getting slower. I had to accept I can't run as fast as I used to run. Matter of fact, I was so hood in the military, I wouldn't be the person on the side of the road walking, exercising. I'd just be happy, whistle, walking down like I ain't just so happy walking. Because I can't do what I used to do. I had to accept it. When you get to the place where you accept, I can't do what I used to do, but I accept what God allowed me to do. Don't you know you find yourself in a blessed place? You find yourself in a happy place. You realize I'm thankful because there's some people in a wheelchair. And while I'm walking, it's a man coming down the trail with no legs. You see him, Sister Cherry, with no legs in the wheelchair. I can put more step in my walk and say, God, thank you that I still got legs to walk. So not only will you find yourself blessed out of verse 4, but you look at verse number 7 of the same chapter, you'll find that you get overflow favor when you accept what God allows. Verse 7 says, and she said, please let me glean and gather after the reapers among the shears. Thus she came and she remained from morning until now. She has been sitting in the house for a little while. Then Boaz said to Ruth, listen carefully, my daughter. Do not go and glean after another field. Furthermore, do not go from this one, but stay here with my maids. Listen, God will give you favor right where you're at. You ain't got to go nowhere else. Because some people keep going from this place to that place trying to get things better. Listen, if you go somewhere else and your attitude is the same, you don't get the same result. Sometimes it's not everybody else. Sometimes we got to change. God got favor right where you at. And you got to understand, he said, she got favor after favor just because she was in the right place at the right time. Anybody know you don't deserve to be where you are? You don't have a credential to be where you are, but just so happened you was at the right place at the right time and they promoted you. You're in the position you're in. Listen, it's not because you've been so good, because you got a God that saw you been faithful over a few things. Learn to accept a little bit. And God will give you more. Here in verse 23, it says, she stayed close by the maids of Boaz in order to glean until the end of the barley season and the wheat harvest. Listen, she got enough to sustain her when everybody else was in the family. In other words, God, when you accept what God allows, God will take care of all of your needs. Do I have anybody here that say, I didn't have enough money, but all my bills got paid? I remember Deacon Richardson a few months back. I'm going to tell the story my way. He was complaining about how he thought he hadn't paid his house off, and they sent him some more notes. He had to pay the house off, but I talked to him a few days later. He said, Reverend, I got the house paid off, and I look at the parking lot, he got a new truck too. Sometimes, if you just keep on bleeding with a little bit, God will show you favor. Do I have anybody here say, well, Reverend, you don't know my story either, but God has made ways for me because I was faithful over a little thing. You don't know my story, but I was faithful for the little bit that I had, and God gave me more than enough. I hear David say, I got clothes in my closet that I used to wear. that I hope to wear and I'm wearing right now. And she said, I got tags on some of those clothes. You weren't in here, Brother Williams, but she got clothes on her closet that she don't even wear. They got tags on it. And had about 40 other women raise their hand. Anybody remember time when you didn't have enough clothes to wear from week to week, and now you got no clothes that you can wear? Don't you know you learned to accept the little bit that you had? Anybody remember having to catch a ride to work, catch a ride to school, have a bus pass, go from this bus to number 2 bus, and learn the route to this bus? Now you got no cars and you can drive. Don't you know when you learn to accept a little bit, God will give you more than enough? I wish I had somebody to do it. That been down and with aches and pains and body sick in the hospital, and they think you were going to get out of the hospital, but now you look at your hands. And your hands look good, look at your feet, and they do too, and you feel good, and you just give God a praise all by yourself. I wish I had somebody here that say, you may talk about me as much as you please, because you're looking at chapter 1, but look at chapter 2, God left some stuff with my name on it. But if you keep on reading chapter 3 and get to chapter 4, the same King Boaz, he went down and married a lady by the name of Ruth because of her faithfulness. If you be faithful to God, God will be faithful to you. And that same Ruth that married Boaz had a baby boy by the name of Jesse. Jesse had a son by the name of David. Don't you know Ruth ended up being in the lineage of Jesus Christ because she was faithful? I stopped by to tell about 10 of y'all in here, just be faithful on a little bit that you have. You may not go to Harvard, but thank God you can go to the junior college. You may not have what other folks have, but thank God for the little bit that you have. If you be faithful on a little bit, God will make you ruler over a lot of things. He'll put you in places that you never thought you'd go. Open doors that were closed in your face. Be a bridge over your troubled water. He'll put joy in your heart. Give you peace that surpasses all understanding. Don't have anybody building it. Don't you be faithful on a little bit that you got. You know weeping may come, but joy shall come in the morning. I can hear David say, I was young and now I'm old, but never have I seen the righteous forsaken. If you be faithful over little things and accept what God allows, you may be in chapter 1, but you got another chapter coming. So keep on laughing, keep on talking about me, but the best is yet to come. Give somebody a high five that you're not scared to talk to, and tell them get ready, because the best is yet to come. Look at somebody else that you ain't spoke to all Sunday morning and tell them you don't know like I know what the Lord has done for me. I know I look good today, but you don't know what I've been through. You don't know my story. I may be smiling right now, but I done had to shed some tears. I wish I had somebody here that say God will wipe all your tears away. Do I have a witness here that tell me he'll do it? I may not look like everybody else. I may not be tall. I may not be skinny. I may not have a fat bank account, but I got Jesus. Anybody know the man? Don't you know he'll make a way for you? Boaz, he was the king. Ruth was a servant. She was a pastor. She didn't have nothing, but because she was at the right place at the right time, God gave her a blessing. I started by to tell you, Savannah, Georgia, Tremont, you be in the right place at the right time, and God got a blessing with your name on it. It may not be for you, but it may be for your spouse. It may be for your children, but there's a blessing with your name on it. I start by to tell you, he don't have to bless me another day, but if he smile on my babies, that's enough for me. Somebody said, if he smile on my grandbabies, that's enough for me. Do I have anybody here? No, I haven't learned to accept a little bit, and God will give you some more. You ain't got to have the best degree. I know so many people with degrees that can't even find a job. I know people with degrees that working outside their profession. I know people that know people in position and they still couldn't get them a job. But I know a few people that met Jesus and before they turned the application in, they prayed over it. They said, God, if this is what you allow, I'll be faithful over it. I wish Ruth was here to tell a story. See, some of y'all think y'all the only one going through stuff. But Ruth lost her husband. And she didn't have no death benefits. She had to go to a foreign land with foreign people and try to come up. Didn't have a place to stay. But as these people was in the field, picking a little bit left over. And see, I know y'all just on the surface, I made it sound good. But if you ever been in the field, she probably had to get stuff out the dirt and shake it off. And what left over and put it. And they didn't drop that much at the time because they had to take what they acquired back to the king. Can you see how hard she was working? So I know sometimes I can wait on my Boaz, but she worked hard to get her Boaz. And when she was working, she wasn't working to get a Boaz, she was working to get a meal. So don't be looking for no sugar daddy. Nobody pay your bill. If Boaz working, he wants you to work. It ain't fair for Boaz to work all day long and you sit at home and watch the guy in life. Now, I didn't say what type of work you had to do, but then you put in some type of work. But she worked for it. She wasn't working for a man. She was working to live. That's why just be able to take care of yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, that man may walk away. And I'm not even going to get her. I'm going to say like over the back home Alabama. I ain't going to get her those men that depended on a woman to take care of them. That's a sad story right there. It bothers me so much to see women driving cars and these jokers laid back in the seat on the passenger side. Pull up to the gas station, he don't even budge. Don't y'all laugh, I saw some of y'all doing the same thing. He don't even budge. The lady get out the car, go pay for the gas and pump the gas. And y'all accepting that. Mama, tell your daughter she ain't got to accept that. Boaz will notice her pumping that gas at Mercedes Benz. Boaz will soon notice her. You ain't got to, and you go to work, leave your car with him. He stay home and play your kid PlayStation game while you at work. You ain't got to accept what God allowed. I know you don't like to be by yourself, but God allowed that right now. Use that time to get close to him. You ain't just got to have a man. You ain't just got to have a woman. Just wait on God, and God will give you right what you need. Let me close out. I'm going to lost some of my single folks. But if you get in that practice, it's hard to get out. You start accepting that from all men, ladies. And I'm going to tell you, a man will tell you what you want to hear to get what he wants. Am I telling the truth, Sister Mitchell? Y'all listen to me sing it lady. Let's tell you what you want. Your body is a prize jewel. Women, y'all know how much power you have. You ain't got to accept that. That's somebody out there for you. There is a Boaz that's watching. understand. Do it for me right now.